Welcome, this is Forrest with LiDARUSA, and we're here doing our virtual survey conference, obviously because of the coronavirus, so we want to make sure that we're
all slathered up. And I'm Jeff. I'm the founder and CEO of LiDARUSA, and we're just glad that you can take a few minutes of your day and we can show you some of our key products that we have.
So this is the Teledyne Optic Cl 360. So this is our Snoopy. So we have this, the new laser from Teledyne Optic, which is Cl 360. It is a 10 millimeter accuracy system and a 5 millimeter precision. What's nice about it is it's capable of a 360 degree scan. And it has a beam divergence of 0.3 mrad. And Jeff, what's one of the features that you like most about the Cl 360?
Well, that the MRAD really is milliradians, but just for you. Anyhow, no, I really do like this scanner. I was gonna say little, it's not so little. It's a little bigger than, let's say, the Regal Bucks. But what's nice about this is that this scanner, we can get them in numbers, and it's made in North America, which is kind of a nice feature, but it's kind of a combination of, I hate to say this, we sell the Regals also, but it's a combination of all three of the Regal Buxes, the UAV, the HA, and the LR. It has a lot of the attributes of each one of those. I mean, it has 500 kilohertz data rate and a spin rate of 250 hertz. So it gives you a nice, really fine line spacing, okay? And at the same time, if we put this on a car and mount it like 6-7 feet high in the back of a car, and we scan on a road, from our experience, my experience with this, I'm getting data that's plus or minus 1/100th of a foot, which is really amazing.
That's
we can
incredible.
do pretty much anything we want with this scanner, and then we still have range of a couple hundred meters easy on a car. Because you can't really see that far in a car, for the most part of it, but it's nice. It's a very nice, and it's small enough that we can then take it and put it on UAV.
So this system is about 5 kilograms, which still makes it quite capable to be mounted onto the DJI M600, which is still the most common drone that's available on the market for industrial applications. But if you want to do something that's more than 10 or 15 minutes, we have drones that are capable of doing that as well. We have the Galaxy 950, which is a helicopter. It's got about a 45-minute flight time. We also have the Harris Hybrid that has basically a 2-hour flight time. Can carry both the scanner and a camera combination. So like all the rest of our systems, these systems are capable of having both photogrammetry and LiDAR collected at the same time. As I mentioned before, this is the A6000. It's probably the most common camera that we pair with it, but you can easily use the A7R, the Centera multispectral. If you have one of the larger drones, you could probably put the Phase 1 50 millimeter, 50 megapixel as well.
And what's nice about this is not only can you put it on a drone, then you can put it on a helicopter, because you can fly higher. Because I think this has like a 630 meter AGL capability, which is a lot. Okay, that gets us up quite high. You're not going to be going there with a drone, but with an aircraft, yes, manned aircraft, you can definitely do it. I mean, and it gives good coverage. It has good intensity return. That's what's really nice. Is when we use some of the less expensive systems, you throw away the intensity, so as you get farther away, get lifted up, your targets, it doesn't matter how big the target is. I've done it where you put like an 8-foot white target on a paved road, and when you get over 50 meters high, 50 meters or higher, like using a Teledyne scanner, the intensity's gone, the target disappears. This guy maintains the target intensity, which is really nice. I really like it. I like the versatility of it. I think this scanner is going to go a long way. It's going to be able to do a lot of things with it. The accuracy, spin rate.
We have a lot of people that ask us, the point density is so high, so it's somewhere around 500 to 600 points a square meter. People ask us all the time, why is that important? Why is that not overkill? Explain why that point density
Point density?
Important.
Well, number one is because a lot of contracts call for it. That'd be my first reason. But it is important if you're doing curb and gutter work and you're looking for cracks and things. If you're on a rail and you want to see if the rail interchanges, each little rail jumps and stuff like that, you need the high density. You need high density in the line, you need high density on the ground to really be able to see what we're trying to model. I mean, that's it. And the nice thing I want to say about these, actually about all our systems, is we kind of follow the IoT of things, Internet of Things. So we can take each one of these, we can mount them together as 2 or 3. Okay, so it's Internet of Things. We can put them together on a vehicle, and so you have this now a butterfly setup, which is actually quite a popular system. So now you got like a really good high-speed rail kind of mapping system or a good roadway system without having all the blind spots. While one scanner is really nice, you get blind spots from signs and billboards and cars. But if you have two of them on it, it really reduces from the butterfly effect. And so it's just very popular, but yet you can take it off and use them individually when you need to.
Yep.
If you don't need to use them.
That's really what we tell people is the versatility of the system is amazing. The picture behind me shows, which you can't see it, it's got the dual configuration, and it also has a 360 camera in the middle. So we use a couple of different versions of the 360 camera. We have one that's a 30 megapixel camera, and we have the other one that's a 60 megapixel. Depends on what your application is as to which one is the most beneficial, but they both basically accomplish the mission of colorizing your point cloud.
The bottom line is, this is a really nice little system. I think it's going to be the workhorse for the high accuracy, survey grade, people who need the 100th, 200th of a foot type of work, need a super high point density. This is going to be the system of choice. It's priced right. It's not the highest priced product on the market, and it's available.
So you said it.
Nice.
It's the elephant in the room, which is price. How does this compare with, let's just face it, the competitors? So the competitors, the Regal Vux, and we actually have a special that we're running probably through the end of the year that will price this very competitively, just above the Regal Mini Vux. Mm-hmm. So you basically get the value of what you can get with the Vux at the same price as the Mini Vux. So definitely reach out to our sales managers for more information on that special. But we think this will be an amazingly popular system for the rest of the year.
This is the Revolution 120. It's what we consider to be an entry-level system. However, because of the high quality data that it produces, it really can give you guys a really quick ROI, good return on investment. This system is a 3.5 plus or minus 3.5 centimeter accuracy product. What we really like about this is that it's got a really good range. It's a 150 meter range capability. Allows you to really scan in areas where there are any elevation drops. You don't really lose that much data. So this system also produces 420,000 points per second, a little bit over 200 points per square meter. If you're scanning for topographical maps, power line distribution, just pretty much anything, this system's the system for you. Whether you're new to the LiDAR game or you've been doing this for a while, this is a product that we really think is good for anybody to use for the smaller type jobs.
So tell me, Jake, what's if I had a job that I wanted to use, let's say I had a backpack job, can I use this scanner for that capability?
Yeah, absolutely. It easily mounts and demounts from a drone to a backpack. You could put it on a car. There are a lot of different platforms that you could use this on. So
how long would that take, to swap over?
10 seconds max.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
So I'm going to talk about the HDL32. So this is our system. We call it the Revolution HD or the Snoopy HD. Very similar in capability to the Rev 120. It's capable of being mounted to a drone, a car, backpack, basically any vehicle that you can get on. We've even had it on the Robinson R44 helicopters. So it's pretty much as versatile as you can make it. It obviously has the back portion where you can have a camera option. So we support the basically any of the Sony models, the A6000, the A7R, the R1, R2, any of the newer models. We have a couple of Centera multispectral cameras, anything that you want to be able to capture both photogrammetry and LiDAR on. Both of these two systems are fully capable of that. This particular system is 700,000 points a second. So it's a bit more than the Rev 120, but it does have some capabilities that are different. So when people always ask us, which system is better for which application? And the answer is, well, it kind of depends. This system is slightly more accurate, so it's basically 3.1 centimeters, and that's at 50 meters AGL, so it is more accurate the lower that you go. It is a 41 degree field of view, so it's basically its span of capture is quite large, so it makes it ideal for mobile mapping, which is 99.9% of our customers use this system for mobile mapping. We also pair it with a 360 camera. Very easy to operate, as Jake said. It's literally a push button, slides onto the mobile rack. We generally like to scan at a 45 degree angle. And what that does is allows the scan to reduce the shadowing effect that's a commonly occurrence on vehicles that are in the right of way. Outside of that, this system I would call it a mid-range type of system. So it's not the most expensive, it's not the cheapest, but it's a nice mid-grade model. This is probably our second most popular one outside the Rev 120, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you got anything else to say about this one?
So Forrest, a lot of our customers come to us weighing options on either one of these systems. Why would you tell someone to pick that HD over a Revolution 120?
So the main difference between these two systems, that if you look at the data quality, they're very similar. The main benefit for the Rev 120 over the HD is range. This one has a range of roughly 50 to 60 meters. This one has a range basically all the way up to 120 meters. Now granted, that's a narrower field of view, but you still have the capability and you get lots of points at 120 meters. This one would completely disappear. Its max is somewhere around 80 meters. At 80 meters, it does not get a lot of points on the ground. That's really the difference between these two. This one is kind of the tried and true long-term beast. This has been available. We had the first one back in 2010. So it's been around for quite some time, still is a very, very strong competitor in the market.
And I think I actually heard through the grapevine in the office that we may have a COVID-19 special on this one.
We do. We have several of these that are available for sale. We're doing a pretty aggressive price cut, actually.
Right.
I could say it on, we're telling everybody anyway. So somewhere between 15 and 20% discount. So it's a pretty substantial price reduction on this. It's to help you guys out. We want you to be successful. We want you to go out there and collect. Most of the surveyors are exempt from most of the rules for the stay at home. So they're out there working their butts off. Why not use technology? Because you may have staff that are, tied up. They may be sick. This allows you to do the same type of work for, basically a third or a fourth the amount of time that it would take, a group of people. So it would really help with, your productivity for sure. So this is the first segment of the virtual conference they're going to be doing. We're going to go over a couple of more systems. So stay tuned.
Yep.